welcome back to my channel. My name is Emanuela and welcome to the part 3 series I'm doing on porn addiction, being celibate, and finding yourself and your God-given purpose. So in my previous videos I talked about my addiction with porn and how it all started and how I was able to overcome my addiction, and also I also talked about my celibacy journey and why I'm choosing to remain celibate. So if you are interested, I will put the link below in the description. And in today's video I want to talk about finding yourself. Finding myself is something that took me my whole life to do. 24, and I'm 24 years old, and I feel like I'm now becoming the woman that I was created to be. And growing up in an abusive home, growing up being abused as well, I grew up with feeling so much fear, feeling so much anxiety, feeling so much like I didn't have a voice. That weighed me down so much, because going through school, being bullied as well, being such a people pleaser, and just praying that people would like me, and people would doing whatever it took, that what I felt it took for people to like me, but that didn't work out as I wanted. And went through so many stages of feeling self-hate, self-pity, just hating on myself even more. I hated the fact that I hated the fact that I just wanted to be liked, and I hated the fact that I felt that if my dad couldn't even like me, then how can anybody else do? I went through a phase of hating on myself and hating the fact that I allowed myself to be bullied, and I allowed myself, and I didn't speak up for myself. And I felt, as if, why couldn't you speak up? Why did you allow yourself to get bullied? Why did you allow things that's happened to hinder you? Why do you always have panic attacks? Why do you always have anxiety? And pretty much hated everything about myself. I hated my forehead. I felt it was so big. I hated it. I hated my jawlines, just being so out more. And every time that I would lose more weight, it would come out. So I hated that. I always covered my forehead by wearing a fringe, a half fringe to cover it, and to cover my face was always covered. I hated the way my lips looked, so I would always do this in my pictures. Like literally, I would do that in my pictures, in all my pictures, because I just didn't like anything about myself. I was too hard on myself, I would say. So overcoming, being the woman that I'm becoming right now has been a long process. I had to speak to my past. I had to speak to the girl I was as a child. I had to tell her, I'm so sorry that daddy did this to you. I'm so sorry that he also did this to mom, and I'm so sorry that you had to walk in on him strangling mom almost every day. I'm so sorry that you always felt afraid. I'm so sorry that you always felt that you had to please people. I'm so sorry that you had to go through what you went through. And I had to forgive my dad. not for him, but for myself, so that I can move forward. And I had to start loving myself. And some of the things that I did to start loving myself was wear out my insecurities. You know, like my forehead, I stopped wearing fringe, started showing more of my forehead more, started wearing more of a lip gloss that would showcase my lips. And I would wear hair to kind of show my jawlines, you know, the things that I really hated about myself. And I started doing more of the things that I was afraid of. Like, one of the things I was afraid of being with other people, because I was such an introvert. I didn't have any friends growing up in school. I think I had one friend, my best friend, but she was in a different year. She was a year below me. But in my year, I didn't have any friends. So I would go home, come back to school, go home, come back to school, go home, come back to school. So I didn't really have the chance to be with other people like that. So I had to, for 2018, I took that step to found the app online, Eventbrite, and also Meetup. I downloaded the app and went to this event, and it was a big step for me because it's something that I couldn't do, was speak in front of other people. And I know some people might find that easy, but it wasn't. And it hasn't really been easy for me, because I would always feel like I was having a panic attack or just so much anxiety, because I'm like, oh my goodness, what am I gonna say? Or being with other people would make me feel uncomfortable, because I wasn't used to it. Even being around my sisters growing up made me, in my adult stage, made me feel very overwhelmed sometimes, because I wasn't used to it. So I started doing that, going more to, you know, event that I could, to kind of push myself out of my comfort zone, so I'm okay with just being with other people. And just also trying so hard to you know, showcase the things that I was very insecure about. And I would say it's been a process. I wish I can say finding yourself, it can happen overnight. It can't. It did it for me. Anyway, it's something that I'm still working on. There are some times that I feel so confident, and some times that I don't. And I've learned to accept it. I've learned to be okay and not be too hard on myself. I've learned to say, okay, there's some times that I don't feel as confident, and that's okay. Some of the things that I've not been feeling so confident about, I've gone back to watch it. I've come back to kind of meditate on it and find a way around it. And one of the things I was not confident about is actually my voice. I hated the way I sound. I did, but I'm trying not to. I don't. Or I did for the longest time. So now I would make recordings and listen to myself and force myself to listen to myself. Because I don't know why. I mean, but that's just one of the things that I didn't, I guess. But I would say that I finally know my purpose. I finally know I'm happy, although growing up, a lot of the things that happened was tough, but I'm happy with where I am in life. I'm happy with the stage I am, because I've found Christ. I've found my relationship with God. I've found my purpose. I've found who I am. And I love just waking up feeling fulfilled and looking for the next step to take to continue my progress and becoming who I am. And I would say, don't give up. Keep pushing. Keep going. We're all in this together. We're all in the same boat. We're here to inspire and to grow together. And And definitely this is me, this is my life, and this is something that I love to do. This is what I love to talk. And I never thought it's something, I never thought I would be able to do this, you know. I never thought I would be, because of the anxiety that I always felt. But I'm so glad that I've able to, and I always say practice makes progress. The more you do it, the more the more confidence you feel. And the more you practice, the more confidence you feel. So I would say keep going and keep doing the things that you're afraid of, and the things that you're insecure about, showcase it. There's nothing to lose. If you're afraid of speaking in public, put yourself on a stage, and the worst that can happen is you can pass out, maybe, but you'll be fine. But I would say keep going, you got this. And I hope that you enjoyed this video, because I love talking. I love that I'm making this video, and I love that you're watching this video. So if you enjoyed my video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, and I will see you in my next video.